Introduction. Your night is not the problem. Your sleep is not broken because your body forgot how to rest. It is broken because your evening is teaching your mind to stay awake, and that is not a weakness. That is the hidden reason millions of people wake up tired even after spending hours in bed. Because there is a version of your exact night, same room, same bed, same life, that feels completely different, quieter, calmer, easier to let go of. The difference is not a new mattress or a sleeping pill. It is what happens during the last hour before your head touches the pillow. In Japan, the evening is not treated as the end of the day. It is treated as the beginning of tomorrow. Small, intentional habits gently tell the body, the day is over. You are safe now. You can rest. Stay with me until habit number 8, because it is not just another bedtime routine. It is the quiet Japanese habit that helps your mind leave the day behind before you close your eyes. And don't miss habit number 4, because it goes against what most people do every night, and it may be the reason you struggle to fall asleep. Let's begin. Habit number 1. Dim the lights 1 hour before bed. The first Japanese evening habit is so simple that most people completely overlook it. Dim the lights 1 hour before you go to sleep. Now slow down here, because this is not really about the lights. It is about giving your brain permission to stop performing. Most homes stay as bright at 10 o'clock at night as they are at 10 o'clock in the morning. Ceiling lights, televisions, laptops, phones, tablets, every corner of the house continues telling the brain that the day is still active. Your body becomes physically tired, but your nervous system never receives the signal that it is finally safe to slow down. In Japan, the evening has a completely different feeling. As night approaches, many homes naturally become softer. Bright overhead lights are replaced with warm lamps, indirect lighting, or gentle paper lanterns. The home slowly changes its atmosphere, and without anyone saying a word, the body begins to understand that the active part of the day is ending. Modern sleep researchers explain why this works so well. Your brain responds to light more than to the clock. As darkness increases, your body gradually begins releasing melatonin, the hormone that prepares you for deep, restorative sleep. But when bright white light continues filling the room, especially from LED bulbs and digital screens, your brain delays that process. It quietly believes the sun is still up even when midnight is only minutes away. That is why so many people say, "I'm exhausted, but I'm not sleepy." Their body is asking for rest. Their environment is asking for alertness, and the brain always listens to the environment first. The Japanese evening is built around transition, not interruption. The goal is not to suddenly fall asleep. The goal is to gently guide the nervous system from activity into stillness. Tonight, try one simple experiment. About 1 hour before bed, turn off the brightest lights in your home. Switch on one warm lamp. Close unnecessary screens. Let the room become quieter before your mind is expected to become quiet. You will notice something remarkable. Your breathing naturally slows. Your thoughts lose their urgency. Your eyes begin to feel heavier without forcing them. Nothing dramatic happens. Everything simply becomes softer. Because peaceful sleep rarely begins in the bedroom. It begins with the environment you create before you ever lie down. That is habit number 1. Now, habit number 2 is something almost everyone does every evening, but the Japanese do it with one small difference that completely changes the quality of their sleep. Habit number 2, Stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. The second Japanese evening habit is something almost everyone does every night, but the Japanese do it with one important difference. They stop eating long before they go to sleep. Now slow down here, because this is not really about eating less. It is about allowing your body to finish the day before your mind tries to. Many people eat their biggest meal late at night. Some snack while watching television. Others eat in bed while scrolling on their phones. Then, only minutes later, they expect their body to switch from digestion into deep sleep. But your body cannot fully rest while it is still working. In Japan, dinner is often treated as the final meal of the day, not the beginning of a long night of snacking. After the meal, the evening gradually becomes quieter. The body has time to digest. The home becomes calmer. And by the time bedtime arrives, the stomach is no longer asking the brain to stay active. There is a simple biological reason this matters. Digestion requires energy. When you eat a large meal just before bed, your heart rate remains higher, your body temperature stays elevated, and your digestive system continues working while your brain is trying to enter deep sleep. Instead of spending the night restoring your body, part of your energy is still being used to process food. That is why many people sleep for 8 hours, yet wake up feeling like they hardly rested at all. The Japanese evening is built around rhythm, not rushing from dinner to bed, not filling every quiet moment with another snack, but giving the body enough space to naturally prepare for sleep. Try one small habit tonight. Finish your dinner at least 2 or 3 hours before bedtime. If you become slightly hungry later, choose something very light, or simply enjoy a warm cup of caffeine-free tea instead of another full meal. Notice what happens. Your breathing becomes calmer. Your body feels lighter. You no longer wake up feeling overly full or uncomfortable in the middle of the night. Because peaceful sleep does not begin when you close your eyes. It begins when your body is no longer busy doing everything except resting. That is habit number 2. Now, habit number 3 is one of the oldest Japanese evening traditions. It takes less than 20 minutes, yet it quietly tells every muscle, every nerve, and every thought that the day is finally over. Habit number 3, take a warm bath before you try to sleep. The third Japanese evening habit is one of the oldest and most calming traditions in everyday Japanese life. Take a warm bath before bed. Now slow down here, because this is not really about getting clean. It is about teaching your body how to let go. For many people, a shower is something they rush through. 5 minutes, warm water, dry off, back to the phone, back to the television, back to thinking about tomorrow. But in Japan, an evening bath is often treated very differently. It is not another task on the schedule. It is the quiet moment when the day officially ends. Before entering the bath, the body is washed. Then comes the bath itself, not for cleaning, for slowing down, for breathing, for allowing the muscles, the nervous system, and the mind to release everything they have been carrying since morning. There is a beautiful Japanese word called ofuro. It is much more than a bathtub. It represents a daily ritual of restoration, a small space where the outside world is left behind and the body is gently reminded that it no longer needs to stay alert. Modern sleep science helps explain why this simple habit has been part of Japanese life for generations. When you soak in comfortably warm water, your blood vessels gently widen, your muscles begin to relax, and physical tension starts leaving the body. But something even more important happens after you step out. Your body temperature slowly begins to fall. And that gradual cooling sends one of the strongest natural signals to your brain that sleep is approaching. Your body is incredibly intelligent. It constantly watches for patterns. Warm body, gradual cooling, dark environment, quiet surroundings. To your brain, these signals all say the same thing. The day is over. That is why many people who take a warm bath 1 to 2 hours before bed find themselves becoming naturally sleepy without forcing it. Compare that with the modern evening. Bright lights, scrolling through social media, checking emails, watching intense television, replying to messages. The mind is receiving stimulation every few seconds. Then suddenly, you climb into bed expecting instant sleep. The body becomes confused. One moment it believes the day is still happening. The next moment it is expected to fall asleep. The transition is too abrupt. Japanese evenings are built differently. They are designed around gentle transitions, one peaceful step leading naturally into the next. The lights become softer. The home becomes quieter. Conversations become slower. A warm bath relaxes the body. A cup of tea calms the mind. And without anyone forcing it, sleep quietly arrives. Even if you don't have a bathtub, you can still practice the same principle. Take a warm shower without rushing. Leave your phone outside the bathroom. Focus only on the sound of the water. Feel the warmth relaxing your shoulders. Notice your breathing becoming slower. Let those 10 or 15 minutes become the bridge between your busy day and your peaceful night. Because the goal is not simply to wash your body. The goal is to wash away the pace of the day. Many people carry work into the evening. Then they carry the evening into bed. Then they carry the night into tomorrow morning. The Japanese evening ritual quietly breaks that cycle. It gives every part of you permission to stop, permission to soften, permission to rest, because deep sleep does not begin the moment your head touches the pillow. It begins the moment your body realizes there is nothing left to hold. That is habit number 3. Now, habit number 4 may surprise you because it directly contradicts what millions of people do every night when they cannot sleep. And without realizing it, that one habit may be teaching your brain to stay awake instead of letting go. Habit number 4, stop trying to force yourself to sleep. This is the habit I asked you to pay the closest attention to, because habit number 4 directly contradicts what millions of people do every single night. Stop trying to force yourself to fall asleep. Now slow down here, because this is not really about sleep. It is about surrender. Think about what happens almost every night. You look at the clock, 10:30, 11, 11:30. Suddenly your mind begins calculating, I only have 6 hours left. I have to wake up early. I need to sleep now. Bull. I have to fall asleep. And without realizing it, your bed becomes a place of performance instead of peace. The harder you try, the more awake you become. In Japan, there is a quiet understanding that many of the most beautiful things in life cannot be forced. You cannot force a flower to bloom. You cannot force the seasons to change. You cannot force silence, and you cannot force sleep. There is a Japanese aesthetic called ma, Most people think ma simply means empty space, but it is much deeper than that. It is the quiet pause between two moments, the silence between two sounds, the stillness that allows something natural to happen. Sleep belongs inside that space. It arrives when there is enough room for it, not when it is chased. Modern neuroscience explains something remarkably similar. The moment you begin worrying about whether you're sleeping, your brain quietly activates the very system designed to keep you alert. Your body releases stress hormones. Your heart rate subtly increases. Your breathing becomes shallower. Your mind begins monitoring itself. Am I asleep yet? Why am I still awake? Why am I still awake? What if tomorrow is ruined? Every question pulls you further away from the very thing you're trying to reach. Sleep is unique. The more desperately you pursue it, the faster it runs away. That is why many Japanese evening rituals focus less on sleeping and more on becoming restful. There is an enormous difference. A restful person often falls asleep naturally. An anxious person often lies awake trying to manufacture sleep. Imagine standing beside a quiet lake. If the water is constantly disturbed, you cannot see your reflection. But the moment everything becomes still, the reflection appears on its own. The mind works the same way. When thoughts are constantly stirred by pressure, sleep cannot settle. When the mind becomes still, sleep quietly appears without being invited. This is why many Japanese homes value quiet evening activities. Reading a few pages of a book, listening to soft music, drinking warm tea, watching the rain, simply sitting near a window without needing to do anything. These activities are not trying to create sleep, they are creating stillness, and stillness is where sleep feels safe enough to arrive. Tonight, if you find yourself lying awake, do something different. Don't fight the pillow. Don't keep checking the clock. Don't calculate how many hours you have left. And please don't tell yourself, I have to sleep. Instead, take one slow breath, then another. Allow your shoulders to sink into the mattress. Relax your jaw. Unclench your hands. Tell yourself something much gentler. I don't need to force sleep. I only need to rest. That single change transforms the entire experience, because even if sleep has not arrived yet, rest has. And once the body stops feeling pressured, the mind slowly follows. The Japanese understand something modern life often forgets. Rest is not the reward after productivity. Rest is what makes tomorrow's productivity possible. The goal is not to conquer the night. The goal is to become peaceful enough that the night welcomes you. Remember, the moment you stop chasing sleep, sleep often begins chasing you, because peaceful nights are never built through force. They are built through trust. Trust that your body already knows how to sleep. Trust that your mind already knows how to become quiet. Trust that if you prepare the right environment, nature will do the rest. That is habit number 4. Now, habit number 5 is one of the simplest evening rituals in Japanese homes, yet it quietly resets the mind before bedtime in a way most people have never experienced. It takes only a few minutes, but it can completely change the way you wake up tomorrow morning. Habit number 5, reset tomorrow before you sleep tonight. The fifth Japanese evening habit is one of the simplest, but it has one of the strongest effects on how your next morning feels. Reset tomorrow before you sleep tonight. Now pause here, because this is not really about being organized. It is about removing tomorrow's first stress before tomorrow arrives. Most people go to sleep with the next day still scattered around the house. Clothes are not chosen, the bag is not ready, keys are somewhere, documents are somewhere else. The kitchen has small, unfinished tasks. The desk still looks like today's battle. And when morning comes, the day begins not with calm, but with searching. Searching for socks, searching for keys, searching for chargers, searching for what to wear, searching for the energy to begin. And without realizing it, the mind receives its first message of the day. You are already behind. In many Japanese homes, the evening carries a quiet responsibility. It does not only close today, it prepares tomorrow. Not in a stressful way, not in a heavy way, not by planning every minute like a machine, but through small acts of care that make the morning lighter before it even begins. This is connected to the Japanese idea of shitsurai, the thoughtful preparation of a space before it is used. It is the feeling of setting the room, arranging what is needed, and preparing the environment so the next moment can happen smoothly. A tea room is prepared before the guest enters. A futon is prepared before the body rests. A meal space is prepared before food is served. And in the same way, tomorrow should be gently prepared before the morning asks anything from you. Modern psychology explains why this matters so deeply. The brain has limited decision energy in the morning. When the first minutes of the day are filled with small decisions, what to wear, where something is, what needs to be done first, what you forgot last night, the mind begins spending energy before the real day has even started. This is why some people wake up and feel tired almost immediately. Not because they slept badly every time, but because the morning is full of friction. A peaceful morning is not created in the morning. It is created the night before. That is the secret. Choose your clothes before bed. Put your keys in one place. Prepare your bag. Clean one small surface. Place a glass of water near where you begin your day. Write the one most important thing for tomorrow on paper so your mind does not have to hold it all night. Do not prepare everything. Prepare the first few steps, because the first few steps decide the emotional tone of the whole morning. Think of it like a path through snow. If the path is already clear, you move easily. If the path is blocked, every step feels harder than it should. Your morning works the same way. When tomorrow is not prepared, the first hour becomes full of tiny obstacles. None of them are dramatic. None of them ruin your life. But together they create a feeling of pressure before the sun has even fully risen. And pressure in the morning often becomes impatience. Impatience becomes rushing. Rushing becomes mistakes. Mistakes become stress. And stress becomes the mood you carry into the entire day. But when the evening removes the first obstacles, the morning feels different. You wake up and the clothes are ready. The bag is ready. The table is calm. The kitchen is not shouting at you. The first task is clear. Your body receives a different message. You can begin gently. This is why Japanese evening habits are so powerful. They do not try to make life perfect. They simply reduce unnecessary resistance. And most people do not need a perfect life. They need fewer things fighting them at the beginning of the day. Tonight, take 10 minutes. Only 10? Do not clean the whole house. Do not reorganize your entire life. Just ask one question. What can I prepare tonight that will make tomorrow morning feel lighter? Then do that one thing. Lay out the clothes, put away the dishes, pack the bag, write the note, clear the table, place the keys where they belong. Small action, small piece, small preparation, big difference, because when you prepare tomorrow with care, you are not being strict with yourself. You are being kind to the version of you who will wake up tired, quiet, and in need of gentleness. That is the hidden meaning behind this habit. It is not productivity, it is compassion. It is saying to your future self, I know mornings are hard, so I removed one burden for you. And that one burden matters. Because a peaceful life is not built only by what you do for others, it is also built by what you quietly do for your future self when no one is watching. That is habit number 5. Now, habit number 6 is even quieter. It does not require cleaning, planning, or preparing anything. It is only one small question before bed. But if you ask it every night, it slowly teaches your mind to stop ending the day with stress and start ending the day with peace. Habit number 6, end every night with one moment of gratitude. The 6th Japanese evening habit may be the quietest on this entire list. Before you close your eyes, take one moment to remember something good that happened today. Now slow down here because this is not really about gratitude. It is about teaching your brain where to look. Most people end their day by replaying everything that went wrong. The conversation they wish had gone differently. The mistake they made at work. The message they never received. The bills they still have to pay. The problems waiting for tomorrow. The mind becomes like a movie theater, showing only scenes of stress. Then they wonder why those same thoughts follow them into bed. But the Japanese have long understood something simple. The last thoughts of the evening often become the first emotions of the next morning. That is why many peaceful evening routines are designed to gently shift the mind before sleep arrives, not by pretending life is perfect. Not by ignoring problems, but by refusing to let problems become the final chapter of the day. There is a beautiful Japanese word called kansha. It simply means gratitude. But in Japanese culture, gratitude is not reserved only for life's biggest moments. People express gratitude for a warm meal, for a peaceful home, for the changing seasons, for a cup of tea, for rain after a hot day, for arriving home safely, for the people who quietly make everyday life possible. It is not about having more. It is about seeing more. Modern psychology supports this habit in a remarkable way. Researchers have found that when people regularly reflect on positive experiences before bed, the brain slowly begins changing what it naturally notices. Instead of automatically searching for danger, disappointment, and unfinished problems, it gradually becomes better at recognizing moments of peace, kindness, and progress. This doesn't remove life's difficulties, but it changes where your attention chooses to rest. Think about your own evenings. How often does your last thought sound like this? I didn't do enough. I should have worked harder. I forgot that. What if tomorrow goes badly? Every one of those thoughts quietly tells your nervous system, the day is not finished yet. So the brain keeps working. The body stays alert. Sleep becomes shallow. But imagine ending the day differently. Before turning off the light, ask yourself one simple question. What is one thing that quietly made today better? Maybe someone smiled at you. Maybe your child laughed. Maybe you enjoyed a peaceful walk. Maybe your dinner tasted wonderful. Maybe you finished one difficult task. Maybe nothing extraordinary happened at all, except that you made it through another day. That is enough. The human brain naturally remembers negative experiences more strongly than positive ones. It is part of our survival instinct. But survival is not the same as peaceful living. Peace must be practiced. Just as you train your body through exercise, you train your attention through gratitude. The Japanese understand that a peaceful life is rarely created by dramatic moments. It is created by noticing ordinary moments that most people rush past without seeing. The warmth of evening light entering the room, the sound of rain against the window, the quiet after everyone has gone to sleep, the feeling of clean sheets, the smell of fresh tea. These moments seem small, yet together they become a peaceful life. Tonight, before closing your eyes, don't reach for your phone. Don't replay your worries. Don't calculate tomorrow. Simply sit in silence for 1 minute. Take one slow breath, then thank the day for one thing, only one. You'll be surprised how such a tiny habit slowly changes the atmosphere inside your mind. Because the final thought before sleep becomes the emotional bridge into tomorrow. Choose that final thought carefully. It becomes part of the life you wake up to. That is habit number 6. Now, habit number 7 is something many Japanese families have practiced for generations. It takes only a few minutes, requires no special equipment, and yet it quietly prepares both the mind and the body for the deepest sleep of the night. Habit number 7, spend the last 20 minutes in complete quiet. The 7th Japanese evening habit may be the most difficult in today's world, not because it requires effort, but because it requires something most people have forgotten how to experience. Quiet. Now slow down here, because this is not really about silence. It is about giving your mind a chance to finally hear itself. Think about the average evening. The television is playing, the phone keeps vibrating, videos continue one after another, messages arrive, music fills the room. Someone is scrolling through social media until the very last second before turning off the light. The body may stop moving, but the mind never stops receiving. It never gets a chance to become empty. In Japan, there is a deep appreciation for quiet moments, not because silence is empty, but because silence is where the mind finally begins to settle. There is a beautiful Japanese word called seijaku. It means tranquility, a deep inner stillness that cannot exist in constant noise. It is the kind of silence that allows you to hear the rain outside, to notice your breathing, to feel the warmth of a cup of tea, to simply exist without needing entertainment every second. Modern life teaches us to fear silence. The moment there is nothing happening, we immediately reach for our phones. We check messages we have already read. We open apps without knowing why. We scroll through videos we won't even remember tomorrow. It feels harmless, but every new image, every notification, every piece of information gives your brain another reason to stay awake. Modern neuroscience tells us that the brain is constantly processing new information, even when we think we are relaxing. The more stimulation we receive before bed, the harder it becomes for the nervous system to enter a truly restful state. Your eyes may become tired, but your brain remains busy sorting thousands of new impressions. That is why so many people say, "My body was exhausted, but my mind wouldn't stop." The problem was never the bed. The problem was that the mind never experienced a true ending to the day. Japanese evenings are different. Instead of ending with more information, they often end with less noise, less light, less movement, less urgency. Because when the outside world becomes quieter, the inside world naturally begins slowing down too. Imagine a glass of water that has just been shaken. The water becomes cloudy. Tiny particles move everywhere. If you keep shaking the glass, the water never becomes clear, but the moment you place it down, without forcing anything, everything slowly settles on its own. Your mind works exactly the same way. Every notification shakes the water. Every video shakes the water. Every headline, every email, every argument, every endless scroll keeps the mind moving long after the body is ready for sleep. Silence is not doing nothing. Silence is allowing everything to settle. Tonight, try something that may feel unfamiliar. 20 minutes before bed, turn everything off. No television, no music, no scrolling, no checking one last thing. Simply sit with a warm cup of tea, read a few pages of a calming book, look outside the window, watch the evening sky slowly grow darker. Listen to the rain if it is raining, listen to the wind if it is windy, or simply sit quietly and breathe. At first, your mind may feel uncomfortable. It has become addicted to constant stimulation. It may search for something to do, something to watch, something to check. Do not fight it. Simply remain still. Within a few minutes, something remarkable begins to happen. Your breathing slows, your shoulders soften, your heartbeat becomes calmer. The thoughts that seemed so urgent only moments ago begin losing their grip. Without realizing it, your nervous system finally understands the day is over. This is not laziness. This is recovery. And recovery is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself before sleep. The Japanese understand something many people have forgotten. A peaceful night is not created by adding another sleep trick. It is created by removing the unnecessary noise that prevents peace from arriving in the first place. Remember, silence is not the absence of life. It is the place where life quietly restores itself. That is why some of the most peaceful homes in Japan are not the loudest. They are the quietest. Because the deepest rest is rarely found in more stimulation. It is almost always found in less. That is habit number 7. Now, habit number 8 brings everything together. It is the quiet evening practice that gently closes the day, calms the heart, clears the mind, and allows you to enter sleep carrying peace instead of pressure. It may be the simplest habit on this list, yet it has the power to change every morning that follows. Habit number 8, leave the day outside your bedroom. We have now reached the final habit, the one I asked you to stay for, because habit number 8 is not about what you do. It is about what you choose not to bring with you. Leave the day outside your bedroom. Now slow down here, because this is not really about your bedroom. It is about protecting the one place where your mind is supposed to recover. Think about what most people carry into bed every night. work problems, family arguments, unread emails, tomorrow's schedule, financial worries, news headlines, social media, endless scrolling, regret about today, fear about tomorrow. The body enters the bedroom, but the entire day walks in with it. Then people wonder why they cannot sleep. The Japanese understand something beautifully simple. Every room should have a purpose. The kitchen is for nourishment. The living room is for connection. The bathroom is for cleansing. And the bedroom is for restoration. Not planning, not worrying, not working, not carrying unfinished battles. Restoration. There is a quiet Japanese philosophy that says the environment shapes the mind. When you repeatedly use your bedroom to answer emails, watch stressful videos, solve problems, or argue with people online, your brain slowly stops recognizing it as a place of rest. Instead, it becomes another workplace, another source of stimulation, another room where the mind must stay alert. Modern neuroscience explains why this happens. The brain learns through association. If every night you scroll through stressful content in bed, your brain begins connecting the bed with mental activity instead of sleep. Eventually, simply lying down becomes enough to activate your thinking mind, not because something is wrong with you, but because your brain is following the pattern you have taught it. Japanese evenings gently break that pattern. Before entering the bedroom, the day is allowed to end. The dishes are finished. Tomorrow has been prepared. The lights are softer. The phone is put away. The home becomes quieter. And when the bedroom door closes, the outside world stays outside. Imagine your bedroom becoming a small sanctuary. No rushing, no pressure, no endless information. Only soft light, fresh air, clean sheets, quiet breathing, and the feeling that nothing more is expected from you tonight. That is a powerful message for the nervous system. It says, you survived today. You don't have to solve tomorrow. You are allowed to rest now. Many people believe they need better sleep, but what they really need is a better ending to the day. Tonight, before entering your bedroom, pause for a moment. Take one slow breath. Then quietly ask yourself, is there anything I'm carrying that doesn't belong in this room? Maybe it's a work problem. Maybe it's an argument. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe it's tomorrow's worries. You don't have to solve them tonight. You only have to stop carrying them into the place where healing is supposed to happen. Tomorrow will still be there when the sun rises. But tonight, your body deserves peace. Your mind deserves silence. And your heart deserves one room where it is not asked to perform anymore. This is the hidden lesson behind so many Japanese evening habits. They are not trying to create perfect sleep. They are creating a peaceful transition between effort and rest. Because sleep is never something you force. It is something you gently welcome, and perhaps that is the greatest Japan life code of all. The quality of your mornings is decided by the way you say goodbye to your evenings. So tonight, leave the day at the door. Walk into your bedroom with nothing except yourself. You may discover that peaceful sleep was never waiting for a new pillow. It was waiting for a quieter ending. That is habit number 8. So here is the quiet truth behind everything we talked about today. Better sleep is not created by one perfect trick. It is created by small evening choices that gently tell your body, the day is over. You are safe now. Dim the lights. Finish dinner a little earlier. Take a warm bath. Stop chasing sleep. Prepare tomorrow with kindness. End the day with gratitude. Protect a few minutes of silence. And most importantly, leave today's worries outside your bedroom. None of these habits are complicated. None of them cost money. None of them require expensive gadgets or sleeping pills. Yet together they quietly transform the way your mind and body experience the night. This is what makes Japanese evening habits so powerful. They do not fight sleep. They invite it. They understand something that modern life has almost forgotten. Rest is not something you earn after becoming exhausted. Rest is something you protect before exhaustion takes over. Imagine living 1 month from now. You fall asleep without replaying every conversation. You wake up feeling lighter. Your mornings no longer begin with anxiety. Your evenings no longer feel rushed. Your bedroom becomes a place your mind associates with peace instead of pressure. Nothing dramatic changed, only your habits did. And when habits change, life quietly changes with them. Remember, every peaceful morning begins the night before. Every clear mind begins with a calm evening. Every deep sleep begins long before your head touches the pillow. So tonight, don't try to change your entire life. Choose just one habit from this video, only one. Practice it for the next 7 nights. Then notice what happens, because real transformation is never built in one extraordinary evening. It is built through ordinary evenings repeated with intention. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 8 Japanese evening habits are you going to try first? Comment the number below. Your answer might inspire someone else to finally stop fighting sleep and start welcoming it. And if this video helped you see your evenings in a new way, share it with someone who always says, "I'm exhausted, but I just can't sleep." Sometimes they don't need another sleep remedy. They simply need a better way to end the day. Until next time, remember this: the secret to sleeping better is not hidden in the night. It is hidden in the peaceful habits you choose before the night ever begins.